Hey Fit Fam, welcome to Flag Fit University. I am Jasmine with your fitness education. Let's get right into it. So today what we're talking about is what is bodybuilding, right? Because everybody thinks they know, but people don't really truly know. Really, to put it simply, bodybuilding is dedicating yourself to a strict strength training, muscle building program for aesthetic purposes. And you know what really bothers me? The fact that bodybuilding gets a bad rap from these guys. It's really crazy to me because bodybuilding really is just that, building your body, working out consistently, eating a certain way in order to change your physique. Really and truly, everyone who is on a set regimen, you are technically bodybuilding. If you are going to the gym regularly and you are focused on targeted muscle groups and you are continuing to do those exercises over and over and over, you are building your body. That is literally what bodybuilding is. Moving on to the sport of bodybuilding. Whether you decide to build your body naturally or unnaturally, right? Because you can do it without steroids or without drugs. You can definitely do it. But then there's the flip side of the coin where some decide to dabble into other things. To each his own. But whether you do it naturally or unnaturally, bodybuilding is a sport, okay? You can think of it as an umbrella. Bodybuilding is the umbrella. That's a perfect way to put it, Coach Jazz. Yeah. And underneath that umbrella of bodybuilding, you have different divisions or categories, if you will. You have bikini, you have figure, which is what I do, you have physique, you have bodybuilding, you have things like fit body or wellness, depending on what federation you are in. Now, we're not going too deep in this video with federations and all of that, but we're understanding what is bodybuilding. So bodybuilding is the umbrella, and within that umbrella, you have different divisions based on your body type, based on how you develop, what muscle groups you develop, how big or small you are, how big your legs might be, how big, like it's really a different criteria for every single division. So just to briefly talk about each division, if you are thinking about doing bikini, you might have a smaller build. Usually bikini girls are more like a lean beach body, not too much hard muscle, right? Just some nice lines. If you are someone who has or desires more of like a nice V-shaped back, small waist, right? Some nice defined quads, you are probably more so fit for figure. And I'm only talking about ladies right now. I'm a little biased, as you guys can see, but you are probably more fit for figure. You want to have more rounded shoulders with more definition. You want your back to be wide, right? You want to have some nice definition in your back and that nice V shape leading down into a small waist. You want to make sure that you are developing those hamstrings nicely. So that is more of figure. Then you have a step up from figure. If you have a little bit more muscle mass, you are moving into physique, girlfriend, okay? So you will see some ladies who do not fit the criteria for figure. They are more so in physique. And then again, there is yet another level, because there's levels to this. All right, I'm doing too much. So after physique, you might decide you are in bodybuilding. That is where you are completely striated. You have hard muscle and the posing is completely different. You do not pose on the stage in shoes. You are completely barefoot. Each one has its own criteria, right? Just to dive into those briefly. Those are the categories. So like we said, umbrella, and underneath you are a competitor in whichever division you choose. So you would be a bikini competitor. Yeah, you might be called a bodybuilder, cool. But you're a bikini competitor, or like me, you are a figure competitor, physique, so on and so forth. In a bodybuilding show, whether you are bikini, figure, physique, bodybuilding, whatever division you are, the point is to get as lean as possible. You want to maintain a high level of muscle and you want to get rid of as much body fat as you possibly can. That is the goal for every single competitor, because that is how you are going to achieve your best look. That is how you potentially win. And honestly, that's how, that's what we working for. Yeah, that's what we working for. Lean, baby. And it's definitely not a show of how strong you are, or like we said earlier, how much power you have. That has nothing to do with bodybuilding. It might help you in the gym when you're building muscle, because you definitely want to be at a certain resistance for your body that you feel challenged. But once you get to the day of the show, that has nothing to do with it. Someone who can only do one pull up and you could do 50, they might win because they are leaner than you. And moreover, it's not really a competition of size. Imagine that. So if my muscle is bigger than the next girl's muscle, she can still win, even though she's smaller than me. If she's leaner, she achieves a lower body fat. So sis over there, she got me. Even though I got some more muscle, I got bigger legs, that does not necessarily mean you are going to win. So the point of a bodybuilding show, a competition, how you win is being lean. You want to be lean. And when we say lean, that means your body fat percentage is as low as possible. And the way to achieve your lowest possible body fat is to make sure that you give yourself enough time. So a lot of the time, you'll hear competitors say, I am 12 weeks out, I am 16 weeks out, I'm 2 weeks out, right? We end up counting the weeks up till the show, and we base our prep on that. How much time we have up until the day of the show. The faster you go, like the shorter prep that you have, the more likely it is that, yes, you're going to lose body fat, but you're also going to lose a large muscle percentage as well. But if you take your time, spread it out, you chip down slowly, it's more likely that you're going to retain more muscle. So in order to do well at your competition, you definitely want to give yourself more time. Another important factor that you have to make sure you are adhering to is your diet, okay? A lot of times you're going to hear competitors talking about macros, right? What are macros? Carbs, fats, proteins. There are a certain amount of that is going to help you achieve a certain look. That is really the basis of what's going to get you to the stage. Also, your water. You have to be drinking water, especially those of you who want to take supplements, you want to know about it, the fat burners, the this, the that. You have to be drinking water, because that single-handedly is going to help your body fat percentage drop. Trust me, I know water has always been my struggle. It's so crazy. But as soon as I got on it, I just took care of that struggle. I really saw changes. So definitely you will see bodybuilders walking around with a gallon of water. It is not because they want to look intimidating or they're doing too much. No, you have to be drinking a certain amount of water. Also, what's equally important is your recovery. If you are not sleeping well, if you are not doing massages or ice baths or stretching or anything like that, you are causing yourself great harm, okay? Because you have to be working to an intense level to even compete or make noise in this sport. And if you're not recovering, your body is just breaking down. And not to mention, your foods over time are going to decrease. So you're giving your body less energy, and most likely you are putting out more energy. And that is a recipe for your body to just break down and say, you know what? Deuces, because you bugging, right? So you have to make sure that your recovery is on point and you have a weekly schedule and your sleep schedule is A1. But yes, like I said, that is explaining to you what is bodybuilding, and I hope that was super clear. I hope that you all have an understanding of it, because it is not this scary thing. You do not have to be this huge, scary looking bodybuilder lady and you are the only thing known as a bodybuilder. You can be very slim and trim and you are a bodybuilder. You're under the umbrella, okay? So if you all have any lingering questions, drop them below. Please, if you found this video insightful, like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend who would also enjoy it. And you guys stay tuned for the next video where I talk to you about what I do, because I told you I do figure, and why I chose to do natural bodybuilding and why that is super important to me. All right, love you guys.